What's up, guys? I'm Anthony. I'm not going to use Cope anymore. That was my nickname. Now we're going to use my real name. But it doesn't matter anymore, so that's it.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And this week on the Bad Movie Review, we have Cowboys versus Dinosaurs.
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. It's Cowboys versus Dinosaurs. This movie was, I don't really know. So, let's jump right into this, shall we? So, it begins with a group of people mining in a mountain for iridium. And, they blow a hole in it. And dinosaurs pop out.
Yep.
Just like that. I mean, literally the first 3 minutes of the movie, and boom, we already have dinosaurs eating people. So when the dinosaurs first pop out, the miners had security with them, and it was the most unenthusiastic shooting I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they literally just stood there, and they made it known that they weren't doing anything but shaking their arms, you know. And it's just like, come on, you could act better than that if you're shooting. Just be more enthusiastic about it.
There was no enthusiasm in this movie at all for anybody. The most random introduction to one of the main characters, her name's Sky. They just throw her in with her friends in gonna go with the watering hole, because that's what it looked like, was a watering hole. And they're all just there. I don't want to get naked in front of people. People might be watching. There's nobody there. They're in bathing suits. And then a random guy shows up. He looked like a lifeguard.
Yeah, and he was the
one of the
textbook douchebag.
Yeah.
He showed up with a douchebag smile, a douchebag grin.
I'm a horny guy. And that's how you get introduced to her. She leaves with her friend, and then that whole little group dies.
Yes, but one thing that you can't forget is that when they all got into their bathing suits, they made sure you knew who was the main character of that group.
Oh, yeah, because everybody wore black, and she wore
white, so she just stood out from the entire group. So, you cut away from the watering hole for a second, then you come back, and it's the douchebag lifeguard, the girl that he's with, and the other friend. And it's just so random. One of the dinosaurs shows up. The girl screams, and then she's just dead on the floor.
And then her friend reacts. Well, doesn't react.
Doesn't react. That's the problem. She's doesn't react.
No!
No! So, the friend is dead. Now, the girl and the lifeguard are in the water, so they start trying to swim away. This dinosaur pounces right into the water and
just swims after them.
Wow, like a fucking shark goes right after them.
Oh, God.
The people who run the mining organization are told to shut it down because obviously there were miners that were killed. They don't know what happened. They're claiming it was an accident at this point. And the one girl who's head of the operation, and you meet her boss a little bit later on, but she's running the whole thing from where they are. And she's supposed to be angry. And she just can't do it.
Do you know how stupid you sound? Completely insane!
It's just... I'm angry at you right now.
It's the fakest anger, and you can tell it was just grr! I'm angry. It just didn't work. It just did not work. You could see right through it.
You could see through everybody's acting in this movie. Then when the guy sees the one dinosaur in the woods, because he was tracking them, and the dinosaurs like propane.
And methane. Yeah, the gases.
All gas. So he puts down a trap, basically, for it. So the dinosaur comes up to him, and he just goes crazy killing it. He's like, "Ah!" And then, as he's shooting the dinosaur does this. Yes, the dinosaur played out his own death. He yelled as he got shot.
Did he?
Yeah, the dinosaur was like, "Arr!" And then went...
Well, I'm sure he's in pain.
But then
what got me about that scene...
The whole exaggerated death where
what got me about that scene was when the guy was shooting, they cut back to him, and he's shooting, and then you just got that one blood splatter on him, and you actually get... Yeah, and then he keeps shooting.
Yep.
It was like, alright, shoot, stop. Alright, keep shooting. There was a hollow cave
that they were trying to get into where the iridium was.
So they blew it up, and because it was so hollow, it didn't take a lot of explosives to get inside.
No,
so he was just one of the guys watching the situation.
Right. So then out comes more dinosaurs,
including a T-Rex.
Yes, and this guy was Pee Wee Herman, because he screamed when this thing before it ate him. He's just like.
Did his mouth even move?
No.
Or was that a voiceover?
That was a voiceover.
The dinosaurs are attacking, but the townspeople really don't know yet. So there's people doing laundry, and the camera's just following this one stranger walking towards the door, and a dinosaur pops in, and we get this whole thing. We got that whole thing. Yeah. You know, yes, this movie obviously relied heavily on CGI, and it wasn't good CGI, I'm not saying that it was, but it is difficult for people
to act with CGI
because they're literally acting with nothing there. But as far as the people behind the computer who work the CGI, you couldn't time it a little bit better? I mean, really, you just have to go based on the actors and actresses' movements.
But
right or wrong?
Right.
So if the girl falls, make sure you put the dinosaur at the point that she falls, not before.
Okay, but if you look at...
Or after.
Like, if you look at good movies, how they do CGI, there's always somebody in a green suit.
You knew, come on, this movie cannot afford something like that.
They
can't afford motion capture.
Just throw somebody with something so they can't see them in the background. You know you have green screens.
Well, yeah, you can't do CGI without him.
So throw a green cloth on a guy just so he's there. Just so you get that, so that person knows when to fall, so they're getting hit by somebody.
Or at least put some kind of cue, something, you know. But you could just tell it they did not know what was happening.
No, because everybody's death was that bad.
Perfect. A couple of scenes later, we get this moment of not knowing how to react to CGI. The girl who was running the operation and her boss who came in are trying to escape in their car while the dinosaurs are attacking. We get this one shot of a family on a front lawn, and then the two daughters, and they're just staring blankly into nothing, while this dinosaur just fucking haymakers their mom. He was like trying out for the next fucking Rocky.
And then
holy shit. And then, of course, the daughters the whole time have no reaction. Even when the mother gets attacked, they don't even scream. They just watch it happen.
No, they
soulless fucking gingers.
Straight ahead.
We get to a part where everyone, or a lot of the main cast, is bunkering down in a bar. So it's the sheriff, Henry, the girl from the laundromat, the blonde. I don't remember her name.
I don't think we ever got told her name.
We never got told her name. Quaid, who was there when the original mining accident happened. The boss, the girl running it, and a couple of other people. I think the owner of the bar was there. So Quaid wants to know, like, what the hell's going on. Like, they knew about the dinosaurs. And the boss was like, no, this is her fault. And this girl, again, had to portray more anger. And again, it was fake anger.
Very, very, very fake.
Don't dare call me!
You are finished!
I'm not finished!
All right.
Look, if you can't do it, then don't do it. That's it. Just don't fucking do it. But this looked terrible. Between this and the table smashing, go home. So we get to a part where Val, who's the main character,
yes,
Sky, who's the other main character, Quaid, the blonde girl from the laundromat, and Henry are in this, what was it, like a mill? Something like that. And Val and Henry just get into a fist fight.
Randomly.
Because, reasons.
There's dinosaurs around, so let's fight.
So Val knocks Henry to the ground, right next to an open hole in the floor. And a dinosaur pops out of it. But it doesn't kill Henry. Because Val just punches it. In the face.
Yeah.
Didn't you always want to punch a dinosaur?
Always would love to know how that would work.
By the time they leave the mill, Henry didn't make it. So it's Val, Quaid, Laundry Girl, and Sky. And they lure all the dinosaurs, including all the raptors, the T-Rex, and the newly arrived Triceratops.
Yes.
All back to the mining site to set like a trap for them. As all the dinosaurs are coming in, Laundry Girl and Sky just start unloading on these things. And I tell you now, reloading does not exist in this universe.
Nope.
I don't know why they ever needed to have any boxes of ammo, because as long as you have one clip, you have all the clips.
Infinite ammo.
It just never stops. Even in the shotgun, where it can't really hold more than, 6 shots? And this girl is just pumping the shit out of this thing. For days!
At a good distance, too, for a shotgun.
And she was making contact.
Yeah. You guys did your research on guns.
So they end up killing a lot of the Triceratops. I mean, not I'm sorry, the raptors. But of course, there's still more. And the Triceratops is actually kind of running like wild.
Before you get to the running wild, they did the Triceratops. So what you made me do? The raptors did kill Quaid.
Yes, Quaid did die, but he went out with a bang. We're an RPG and everything.
Yes. Now you have the running free.
Yeah. So the Triceratops is kind of like running wild. So Val goes after it. So he takes his horse there
with T-Rex behind him.
Yes, and he proceeds to jump onto the Triceratops, stab it in the back with his knife, and begin to ride it like it's a bull.
Save a horse.
Because
ride a dinosaur.
Because he was a bull rider before this movie started, like in his past, years ago. So he's now riding a Triceratops like it's a fucking bull. And if the CGI in this movie wasn't bad enough, it just got worse. It just got much, much worse on such a larger scale. So he leads the Triceratops, along with the T-Rex and the rest of the raptors, back into the mining pit. And he shoots the T-Rex in the face.
As he goes off the cliff with it.
But for some reason it exploded.
Well, I think that's the methane. So he maybe lit the gas. That's what I'm going to go with.
Right, but shooting it in the face, like, was it from his gun or did they do something else to it? It just exploded. Like,
it might be the gas was leaking out of his mouth. Who knows?
So,
don't ask.
Of course, they think that Val is dead. Of course, they think Val is dead, but he ends up coming up from the cliff in one of those fake death moments. And Val and Sky get together right before the most demonic-looking pterodactyl I've ever seen comes out of the pit. And just starts floating in the sky. And this thing looks fucking freaky.
And roll credits.
Yeah. They don't kill it. They look at it, look back at each other, and the movie ends. So that's it. We gave the rundown. There's literally nothing else to talk about this movie. This movie had nothing below the top surface at all. As far as story,
there was
dynamic.
No story. It doesn't explain how the dinosaurs were down there, or why they ate gas, or why they were filled with gas.
Nope. So we're just going to cut right to our final grade, because there's literally, if there was more to say to this movie, we would.
We give it an S for
but
shit.
There's not. What's your grade?
An S for shit.
There's no S!
It's an F.
Okay. It's a D. It's a D. I mean, we've seen Fs before.
This is an F.
At least we laughed.
Yes. But it was that stupid shit that I always laugh at. I'm easily entertained.
Like baby keys. So that's our bad movie review on Cowboys vs. Dinosaurs. Tune in next week. We're very excited for this one. Tune in next week for Zombies.
Yes, that's right. We'll spell it out. Z-O-O. Bees. There's an M in there too.
So
it's the new Beanie Babies.
As always, guys, like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Let us know what movies you want us to check out or what you think we could do better. But until then, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time. Later.